Welcome to Shaunie's World. These are just my thoughts with a comedic side of humor. But if you're cool with your girl, go fool with your girl. Appreciate you for dropping by.
Disclaimer. I want to say thank you to everybody that was a part of my village that helped me grow up, see the big picture, see the opportunity so I can make a life decision on if I want to be on the bad side or the good side. And the two stories I have to tell you kind of push what I'm saying. If you have somebody that's a positive influence in your life, you may not be pushed to the streets. You may not make a bad life decision, or you might think about it before you do the things. I can't say you'll never do it, but you'll consider the positives. First up on the docket as we go down this rabbit hole, I saw this actual interaction between two people. And although I'm not telling you this because one person's white, one person's black, I'm telling you this because the relationship was genuine. And the relationship is probably going to change the perspective of that young man because of the positive influence of the grown man. Now, I saw the title say, "Man brings gang member to tears after teaching him fishing." The young fella said, "If I had a dad, I probably would have been different." Oh, wait. Allegedly. But I will also say, yes, because it does take somebody to show you things that's not in your environment to make you feel like there's more to life than this. First of all, I've always wanted to learn how to fish. Now I'm scared of the fish, the stuff you put on the hook, but I want to reel that thing in. I'm one of them. But you got to take the fish off. But it's an experience. It's very therapeutic. And if somebody teach you how to do something, you tend to cherish it because now you know how to do it. A lot of people fall into the traps of the streets and things like that because there's nothing else loving on them. So the streets give them that mindset that we got your back, protection. We got your back for fun. We got your back for money. But if that village step up, and sometimes that village ain't blood related. Sometimes that village is somebody in the village. Somebody that's close to you. Somebody that may be in passing. Just somebody that says, have you ever? That's what I'm talking about. So this man, shout out to him. I don't know his name. But he took this younger man on a fishing, escapade. And showed him how to hook. Showed him how to reel it. Showed him how to bring it in. Showed him take it off the hook. And he cherished that experience so much that he actually said, well, I don't really gotta be in them streets. I mean, I'm a part of the game now. I can't get out. But I can change what I do. And that's why I'm telling y'all, don't be too busy. Or don't turn your nose up at somebody and be like, be the change you want them to see. Like, just do that. Now, I can't say you can go change every gang member's perspective. I can't say you can change everybody that has a background that's negative's perspective. But if you know there's somebody that's willing to change, why not spend a little time with them? Time can change some things. So I want to say that I second that. If the world just thought about bringing brightness and kindness to somebody else's life without judgment, you just bring them out of the element that they're in and bring them over here because maybe they never experienced that. Maybe they probably wouldn't be brainwashed with what we call influencing. Maybe they'll actually consider there's more to life than bringing harm and violence to somebody else's. So kudos to that man. I really do cherish relationships. And I do cherish people showing me something different that I'm not used to. And maybe that's why I grew up making a decision like, nah, I don't want to do that. Or yes, I want to do that because I had somebody show me things that was fun, show me things that could be negative, and this would be the outcome if I did it. And then they also held me accountable. But if you don't have nobody like that in your life, you tend to just do the negative and never bounce back. So shout out to that man that actually took this kid in. But then I have another story that I saw, and I always want to say allegedly. I'm popping my damn fan. Because we don't know with social media what stories are true, which stories are false, but the narrative is true for somebody's life. Because there's somebody in jail right now because they made a temporary, permanent feeling on temporary feelings. And so, a permanent decision on temporary feelings, excuse me. And so it makes you kind of reconsider, like, damn, if they just took 5 seconds to calm down, they wouldn't be where they are. Or maybe, they'll have some other positive influence around them to tell them it ain't worth it. So this photo that I'm showing you is of a guy that's explaining what 5 minutes did. It changed his life for forever, to where he has spent 20 years of his life behind bars because of that 5 minutes where he made an irrational decision, and now it plays out in his head as he sits in a cell and wait till his freedom comes, or has already come. I'm not sure. He looks still kind of young, so it looks like he might still be in that thing. Not a bad looking guy, but again, I don't know what his environment is, so maybe where he is, this is the only recourse, is to fight and to shoot. I couldn't tell you. But what he said was, the blueprint of what happened that night was: 1 minute he felt disrespected, 3 minutes a fight broke out in the club, 1 minute he pulled out the gun, and then the results of that action, those 5 minutes cost him to spend 20 years as a prison sentence. He missed his son's birth and the first 20 birthdays for his son. He missed his daughter's birthdays from ages 2 to 22. He has $100,000 in legal fees and a lifetime of what ifs, because now he's sitting like, dang, if I would have just did this, or dang, if I didn't go out that night. And so now he's saying, one emotional decision cost me 2 decades away from my family, my freedom, and my life. Those 5 minutes of emotion can change everything. The trade-off is never worth it. Think before you act. Again, I couldn't tell you if he's still behind bars or not. He may actually get out of good behavior. I couldn't tell you. But the fact that he's telling you that this is what that anger does, people are still going to get angry. And people are still going to be like, man, that's that man. And they're going to still do it. But the fact that he's taking accountability is step one, and he wished that he could change some things, shows you that people really do have regrets in life. And it sucks. It sucks because his intention that night was to go out and have a good time, but because something set him off emotionally, it caused him to physically go to jail. Baby, I don't want to go to jail, but I understand, because some things do make you upset. And as much as you try to diffuse, it just escalates because you have alcohol in presence. You have other people hyping up the situation. And then, of course, you just have to show face because you don't want to be disrespected. Everything's on camera. So now you feel like you got to one-up some things. So to this young man, if you ever see me, just know that your accountability could change a lot of people's lives, because this is trending virally. And we all make mistakes. Nobody's above this. This is a learning lesson for you. And sometimes the blessing is in the lesson, even though your lesson is behind bars. When you get out, or while you're in there, you're going to change your perception of how you react. And I hate that it took 20 years to get there. But maybe we all have to fix the triggers that's in us. That's what it is. We have to be able to, find a diffuser, because sometimes your life counts on it, right? But both stories touched me, because it just shows you what time does for your life. It either is going to put you in a position where you are temperamental and you have to pay for that temperament, or you have somebody that helps you see the better things in life, because the time you had prior to meeting them, you didn't have any positive things to do. And now they're showing you there's an escape route, or there's just change in your direction. You still gonna be a gangbanger and not have to do the thing. Well, let me pop this damn thing, because I don't know, because I'm not a gangbanger. I don't know what your terms are when you sign up or get beat up in, but for the most case, I've seen older thugs, gangbangers, that have changed and they don't do those things. So I'm assuming you could do that too. You just have to step back out that street life. But thank y'all for just sharing the stories, because again, somebody depends on this, because somebody's like, man, I want to help, but I don't know how. Time, reading the room, and spending time. But I'm just a messenger. It's your girl, Shaunie B. If you're cool with your girl, or down for with your girl, make sure you check out their website. Yes! www.shauniebeentertainment.com. Check out the fan gear, and there's options to drop donations, but there's no pressure to do either of those two, because I see the likes, the shares, the comments. It means the world to me. So I just want to tell you thank you from my lips to your ears for rocking with me, because y'all can be anywhere in the world. But let's hop in the comments, man, because it's a ugly ass world out there, and this world will just put you in his mouth, chew you up, and spit you out. And sometimes we lose ourselves trying to keep up with what's going on. And you may not like keeping up, but you have to, or you'll get left behind. So these stories, I hope, create a positive outlook that you don't have to always go down that path. Be the squiggly line in life, meaning you don't just go where they tell you, but you look at the other opportunities in between that straight line, and you pick what's good for you. And then you try to stay in line with that, because that good for you is what's going to help you flourish. You know, we're all going to do something that we're going to learn a lesson from, and I hope that lesson isn't death. But if you get a second chance at making a first impression, then do it. And if you can be the change to help somebody else grow, do it, because it becomes contagious, and then they pay it forward to somebody else. So to the gentleman teaching the man how to fish, good job. God did his thing when he made you. And to the young man that shared a story about being in prison or having to serve a prison term because of a temperament, your story is going to help change somebody else's life, and hopefully it changes yours as well. But y'all be safe out there, because 2025 seems like it's going to have us in a chokehold. But I do want to spread nothing but positivity to everybody, and that you take a few seconds before you make a permanent decision on temporary emotions. And until next time, y'all, next story, and I'm out this piece.